Aslama and welcome to another episode of itsMaShow. On today's episode, it's just me talking to myself, basically. Question one: what is the show? I remember my sister asked me this when I told her about the whole idea. I don't know. It was basically like a podcast, talk show mix. And then there was a bunch of ideas we had in the past. Like a buddy of mine, Kareem, said we should go hiking. And at the top of the hike, we could have some tea, smoke some shisha. Yeah, I like going to anime conventions. So that was one of the episodes if you follow. Yeah, just whatever comes to mind, a talk show, interviewing with my friends, going exploring Southern California or wherever I travel. I could probably, well, most of the World Cup footage I have is vertical, so it's very TikTok, Instagram-ish. If I crop it, it won't be so clear for YouTube, but I'll look into it because I had a lot of fun at the World Cup. I have a lot of footage from the World Cup. That was a lot of fun. Um, yeah. Today's episode is really just a filler. I didn't have anybody or any time really. I was very busy this week. I didn't have time really to link up with my roommate Penny to make a video or interview any of my friends or what have you. So yeah, it was a very busy week. Um, I was on set twice, 3 days, two different projects. The second project was a role as a driver. It was, I don't even know what was going on. I thought it was the Uber driver. They said, oh no, we already filmed that scene in Atlanta. And I was like, what? Who am I? So she said, let me see, let me find you. I was like, find me, I'm right here. What are you talking about? So she went to find me in the script, and it turns out I'm not the Uber driver, which I really wished I was, because he has like a funny comeback to the lady in the scene. So I was excited to make fun of her. But no, I was just a boring driver who was like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. But yeah, it was a line in a feature film. I'm excited to hear more about it. I don't even know what it's about. I think it's about love and art and music or something along those lines. Yeah, just a great rom-com of a film, I hope. I don't even know if there's comedy or drama, maybe both. I just know there's romance involved, but I'm not involved in any of that. I'm just driving the car. I was there for I was there for like 3 or 4 hours, but they only needed me for the scene for like 30 minutes. And as soon as the 30 minutes were up, I was gone. Um, yeah, why was I there for 3 or 4 hours? Because I was there a little bit early, you know. I'm new to the whole industry, so I'm trying to be professional and come on time. And and I was there at 1:30 when my call time was 2 p.m. I get there at 1:30 and it's an empty yoga studio with the owner of the studio and nobody's there. So I just hung out with him for like 30 minutes. And then at 2 o'clock, more people showed up, but they were all just more actors like me. And then around 2:30, production started showing up, um, and setting up shop and everything. And I was the first scene to be filmed, thank God, because I was just in and out quick. So thankfully, the scheduling was in my favor. But in contrast to the other project that I was working on, when call time was 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., everybody was already there. Once again, I would try to show up early, um, but I do that so I can get in on lunch breaks or whatever and get some food in. Because, hey, you gotta save money where you can. Free meals are the best. Um, Speaking of free meals, I got enough food to feed me and a friend for like 2 days. It was at the end of the shoot, I was like, there's leftover food? I thought you said it would be gone." And she said, "Oh no, we still have some. Go ahead. Take as much as you want." I was like, "Are you sure? As much as I want?" She goes, "Take as much as you can carry." And I was like, "Oh, miss. You don't messed up now. Don't let the jersey fool you, but I'm African. I'm taking everything." I took more than half of what they had left and like little to-go boxes of steak and chicken. It was really good. It was fridge, microwave, delicious. The steak was so good, seasoned beautifully. Um, it was it was so good. It was steak or chicken with just veggies and potatoes, but seasoned beautifully. Throw some hot sauce on there. It was a great meal, I'm telling you. So I took all these to go boxes to the car, and I came back for more. But what I wanted was the cakes. They had a bunch of cake slices for dessert. So I started packing or just grabbing some of the cakes, and I was like, "Ooh, how much cake do I want?" I was like, talking out loud, thinking out loud, trying to bait somebody into telling me like, excuse me. Mm. Love a good cup of tea. Um, so I was thinking out loud about like how much cake should I take, and the producer lady, she was great. She was like, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" I said, "What's up?" And I thought she was like, "Can you get out of my truck?" Because I was in there just like looking at cake. But she said, "Can you do me a favor? Can you take all of the cake?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" And all the cake was already in this like tray. It was perfect. And she was like, "Yeah, I was just gonna throw them out anyway, so can you please just take all of the cake?" And I said, "Absolutely, I can take all of the cake. Are you kidding me? And like, don't throw anything away. Like, please, anything at all, I'll take. Like the steak and chicken's good. I know you're gonna eat that, but like anything else, like, don't throw it away. Give it to me." And she goes, "There's this unopened bottle of grape juice if you want it." I said, "Yeah, yeah, I'll take it." So I got all this free food, fed us for 2 days. Yo, cake and coffee for breakfast, chef's kiss. It's the best. You can't go wrong. Just Nescafe, a slice of cake, maybe 2 or 3 slices. Oh man, there was like a vanilla. Was it vanilla or lemon? It was just with coffee, so I wasn't really paying attention. It was really sweet though. I had like that glaze on the top, but it was like a slice. And then there was chocolate, obviously. And then the third one I think was a red velvet, but it was more of a crimson red than like a, what's the dark red? Magenta? Is that the darker red? But it was like more of like a bright red with chocolate chips in there. But like I think it was red velvet. It had like a chocolatey flavor, but like good cake, good steak, good chicken. It was good food, good food. Yeah, that shoot actually paid very well for the hours that I had to work. I was there first day, I was there for like 7 hours. Second day, I was there for like 3 hours, and it paid the same because they just paid a day rate. Um, First day we're at a house. Um, Everything was set up. They had a bunch of production people like setting up a game night at the dining room table in the house. They had a charcuterie board in the kitchen island for like a dinner party scene. They had people on couches in the living room. I wasn't part of that one. They had me by the pool with a few other people. And this whole advertisement was for a shisha company, hookah. Um, and it's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. It's a shisha that does not require coals, and it's all electric. You charge it, it's wireless, whatever, but it's a shisha there's no coals. So like you can just take it anywhere. You don't burn yourself. You don't need to like pre-light, pre-game any of the coals, or like get the ones that light fast and you wait for them and like blowing on them, and none of that. None of that. The design is kind of like the Keurig machines for coffee. So the downside is you do have to purchase the pods, but I kind of slipped the idea of like a personal pod where you can just pack your own. You just go get your own maasid, your own tobacco, and pack your own pods so that you can use the hookah that way. That's the name of the product, hookah with no H, double OKAH. Man, this thing is so awesome. I thought it was so cool. I just wish the pods were bigger. I wish I was allowed to smoke like tufahtain, double apple, or anything with mint. Oh, a grape with mint shisha would kill right now. Ah, they got me reminiscing on my time in Kuwait, man. Well, in Kuwait University, I remember me and my boys, we would go to a cafe next to the campus, and just everybody would get their own shisha. We'd we'd get FIFA. So some dude would bring up like an old TV on a cart, roll it up with a PlayStation. We'd take turns playing FIFA. Everyone had their own shisha, and like we just start ordering food left and right whenever you get hungry. Let me get some fries. I'm not really hungry. Oh, let me get a sandwich. Matter of fact, do you have any like? I'm gonna run to the store and grab something. I'll be right back. Like what? Like we were just chilling, smoking shisha. Shisha was the pinnacle of Kuwait University. Nah, good times. Um, but yeah, it was just filming, kind of like video and photography for this shisha brand. Um, yeah, so those were my two projects, and then I got an engineering job. So it was just a busy week. Yeah, a lot of things happening. I got an engineering job. To be honest, if they see this, they're not gonna like this. But I don't remember the name of the company. I interviewed with them before New Year's, um, before I decided to start my YouTube channel and my show. Um, I interviewed with them. I thought it went well. They said, "Yeah, you don't really fit the role, but you seem smart enough. We'll give you a 3 month trial contract, and if you do well, we'll extend you and go from there." And I was like, "Yeah, sounds great." And this was through a recruiter, so I was mainly talking to the recruiter after the interview, and she was just like, "Yeah, they ghosted us. Like they went cold. Like they haven't talked to us um since November, December." So yeah, I started looking for other jobs. Honestly, I told her to start looking for other jobs. And I moved on. After New Year's, I decided to start YouTube, start my show. And they finally hit me up and said, "Hey, we want you to start in a couple of weeks." And I said, "Okay, yeah, let's make this money. Let's get a paycheck. Maybe up the production value of itsMaShow." We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it was exciting week. A lot happening. Um, yeah. Yeah, man, a lot did happen. My painting fell off the wall. I have a big painting. It's called Habibti because it's the face of a lady. Very beautiful in my opinion. It was painted by a very good friend of mine from high school in Kuwait, American School of Kuwait. Shout out Kelsey Greena. Greena. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I apologize, but I love you, Kelsey. It's beautiful. She's beautiful, Avi. Um, Amazing artist. Um, find her. I'll see if I can't put her in the comments or tag her. She's an amazing artist. Find her work. Um, but in what was it? It was in the morning. It's like, you know, when like you're half awake, you go to the bathroom, you come back, you're falling asleep, checking your phone, laying around, rolling around, and this pretty big painting. How big is it? Like 40, 50 inches? I don't even know. I can't even tell you. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But it's a pretty big painting, and it just fell onto a desk full of comic books and clippings, and there was like a container full of thumbtacks, and like it just crashed on everything, made a huge mess, made a huge sound, woke me up. Nye was dead asleep. He didn't wake up. I was like, "Hey, bro, did you hear that?" He's like, "What? What happened?" I was like, "Wow, you stayed asleep through that?" I mean, I'm a heavy sleeper, but like, I guess I was half asleep. But like that woke me up. I did not need coffee, but you know, for the aesthetic, uh, I love a good cup of coffee. If it wasn't so late right now, I'd be drinking coffee. But I'm just drinking tea. Just a good old cuppa. Just a good old cup of tea. Yeah, I don't really have any plans. That was it. Just tell you I have no plans for my show. It is what it is. And tell you about my week. That was pretty cool, pretty fun, pretty crazy. Hopefully, more of that to come. Um, Hopefully, more time to work on my own stuff, but hopefully, more opportunities to work with other people. Like, it was awesome to work on these sets and projects for other people, because I got to meet other people and make connections, and um, yeah, I get Instagram followers, whatever. But like, they're honestly cool people. I met some actors. I'm gonna talk to them about being in some of my videos, maybe, hopefully. Some of them, a couple guys from the Shisha shoot. I forget their names, but I have their Instagrams. Uh, Omer and Joseph, I believe. Um, yeah, but they're cool guys. They're acting students here in LA, and yeah, Omer was like telling us about like different acting methods and like how the school is, and um, I'm more the kind of guy to just experience, like live through experience. Like people will tell me all the time, like, hey, if you go down that street, you're gonna get caught by the train or whatever. And I'm like, don't worry about it. And then I get caught by the train, and I'm like, everybody was right. So I'm very much the experience it and figure it out kind of guy. That's kind of how I'm taking acting. I just want to be on set as much as possible and just experiment. Um, and to be on set more is to make your own set, essentially. So I'm writing my very own scripts. I wouldn't say I'm a great writer by any means. Psst, you see what I write, the post, the drive-by posting video, the calm minute, that was a cooperation with Penny and Isaiah. um, but like, my writing isn't great, but it's fun, and like, you practice, you get better. But yeah, just being able to see myself on camera, because self-tape auditions isn't enough. Like, I want to see like a finished product, something I can like share to the world, you know, because like, it's fun to make these videos, and like, the ideas come from just hanging out with friends, or in the shower sometimes. Like uh some of my ideas, like I'm just on the treadmill on a runner's high, and I start thinking about my video, and like, I get new ideas and more ideas, and I think through things, and da 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 da. So yeah, um I'm very much a just do it, and see what happens kind of guy. But talking with Omer got me thinking that like, I should invest in acting classes, because he was saying like, yeah, a lot of people can act, and a lot of people can be creative and things like that. But for example, if you're having an off day, or if you're nervous, or if you're anxious, or whatever, it's an off day. Um, Instead of feeling it and being that kind of just do it actor, if you have a method to fall back on, um, essentially it's a good backup plan, you know. You could use it as a base as well, and work up from there. So you can, like, you should always be creative as an artist and an actor and so forth. But to have a base to work from, or to have a plan to fall back on in case you're not on your A game, that is that's a smart move in my opinion, the way he explained it, and I like that. So I'm thinking, from this new income, I'm gonna start doing acting classes, again, because I took a couple back in the day. um, so yeah, I'm excited to make this money and do more of this stuff, for me, for you, for everybody, for whatever, for whoever. I don't even know. Um, yeah, just living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you people. I'm living my best life. What do you mean, you people? You know what? Soul King. I wish I could write lyrics like that, man. Or hit a 45-degree angle. If you know, you know. Cheers. So yeah, I'm gonna hit up Omar. I was talking to him, how would you feel about being in my videos? And he was like, what kind of videos? And I was just like, random YouTube videos. I try to make them funny because I think I'm funny. Um, I need to work on my jokes because I wanna do stand up as well. So just getting jokes out there. Um, and he was like, yeah, man, whatever. As long as he's not working, he's down or in class. Um, Joseph, we weren't in the scene next to each other together a lot, so I didn't really get to talk to him. But Omer was next to me by the pool, and we were talking by the pool. So that's what happened, and that's the cool part of just like doing lifestyle advertisement and photo shoots, because there's no audio, there's no script. You can just like, they're just like, hey, hang out, be friends, you know, laugh, talk. So we're just talking, and they're like, make each other laugh. So we were cracking jokes a lot. We were having a good time, and just talking, you know. And sometimes they'd be like, hey, you guys are talking too much, laugh. And we all go, ah, ha, 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 ha. Shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. If you know, you know. Yes. Um, yeah. Second day on the shisha photo shoot was at the beach at Marina Del Rey. Um, and it was funny because it was just me and another lady, and we were gonna advertise the shisha on the beach. I guess they didn't have permits or something along those lines. I mean, nobody really out here has any permits for anything. People just filming whatever, wherever. It's really funny. Um, I feel like if you're out here, if you pull out a camera, you can film anything or you can do anything in public, and like people won't stop you. They'll be like, oh, they're just filming. It's Hollywood, LA, whatever. They're just filming something. You stab somebody, they'll be like, oh wow, those effects are great. Like, and they'll just keep walking by. You kidnap somebody, as long as someone is holding a camera and like running around, like you don't even need a tripod. Just someone with a camera. It could be a fake one. Pull off any crime you want. Nobody will help. Rob a store. As long as someone's holding a camera, you get in the car, and like the camera guy jumps in with you and like just stays focused on your close up. The guy would run out and scream like, hey, help me, call 911, stop him. And they'll be like, wow, this guy's a great actor. Like, have a camera, you can do anything you want. I lost train of thought. What was I talking about? pull out a camera, you can film anything you want in public because when you film in public, a lot of people do it. And so a lot of people don't have permits. And so I don't know what the situation was, but they told us hey, if anybody asks you, this is an engagement photo shoot. Cause I don't know. So me and the lady were just making jokes all day. She was calling me hubby, I was calling her bibs, and I was just being real ignorant about it. Like, hey, I don't know if they told you, but this is an engagement shoot. But you don't get the ring at the beginning, you get it at the end. If I like the pictures, basically you have to earn it. And she played along. It was a joke. It was funny. We get to the beach. I start mentioning the ocean and how we should go for a swim, and she's like, "No, it's freezing." And I was like, "No, but like it's a cold plunge. Like it's good for your system. Joe Rogan says so." And I mentioned Joe Rogan, and her face turns, and she's like, "No, we don't like him around here." And I was like, "Oh." We can't even joke about Joe Rogan anymore. It was really funny to me. I was like, I can be like really brutal and be like, hey, you have to earn this engagement. And she's like, oh, ha ha ha, I'll do my best, hubby. But when I say, hey, we should take a cold plunge, Joe Rogan says it's good for your body, it's good for you in general. She's like, yeah, hold on, we don't. And I'm like, yeah, we don't. What? Why? What's wrong? I love the guy. He's the best. Joey Diaz is my personal favorite. But like, these guys are great. What's the problem? I don't understand. But yeah, it was funny. We were they had set it up. It was really nice, like beach chairs and an umbrella, and like it was all cute. Um, yeah, and the beach days when I got all the food and all the cake to go home. Oh man, I think I still have some grape juice, but the food's gone. This was like 3 days ago. Um, but yeah, no, it was a good week. Good week. I know I've said that a lot, but like man, it was a good week. Oh yeah, I also started using these hair clips. I don't know. This doesn't. These guys. They're great. I like do buns and hair ties all the time, and it was like such a hassle. And because I really like this one, because it keeps the hair out of my face, out of my peripherals. I can still live my best life, even have a snack, have some tea without like worrying about all the hair getting in the way. But every time I put it up in like a bun, it's like kind of funky. But like these guys, they just hold it straight back. So like there's no funky bun in the back because I'm not the best bun maker. But boy oh boy, can I clip some hair back and booyakasha. Cause usually when I do this with a bun, there's like hair sticking out this way or this way because my buns are just messy. But this keeps it clean, keeps it back. Still poofy hair, you know I got it cause it's my hair. It's all about the hair. So yeah, the clippy thing, I've had these for like ever had since Michigan, like 5 years. And I didn't really use them. I don't know why. And then finally, and once again, I don't know why. I was just like, you know what? I need to start using these clippy thingies. And I started using them the day of the first Shisha photo shoot, or maybe a couple days before. But that's when I was getting comfortable with it on the shoot. And then the hair and makeup lady also was using the same technique with her awesome hair. And I was like, yo, I made it. If the hair and makeup lady if I'm doing what she's doing, like I made it. Like I'm a genius. I figured it out on my own. No thanks to you, sis. But that's okay. It's all love. Yeah, the hair. It's clean now. I think, in my opinion. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, great week. Photo shoot. Got paid for 2 days. Great rate. Got lines in a feature film. got to go to the beach. Got to go to the beach. Got free food. A hair clippy trick. Call my cousin on the phone. I love calling family. Not all of them at the same time because it's a big family. But whenever I call like a random cousin or a random auntie and we have like a nice conversation, it's just like it makes it feel good. Um, so yeah, great week overall. Just fantabulous. I mean, Spider-Man, the Spider-Man game from PS4, the one that dropped in like 2018. I know I'm late to the party. I've been playing it, but I literally just platinumed the game before starting the show. And for those of you that don't know, to platinum a game is to get all the trophies associated to that game. And one of them, I had pretty much gotten all of them back when I finished the game in 2018 because I finished it 100%, beat the story, all the side missions, everything. I was missing when I checked again a couple days ago. I started playing again. I was missing 3 trophies. All the experiments in the lab. Purchase all the suits. I had unlocked them, but there was a couple that like I didn't even care for, so I never unlocked them. But like purchase all the suits, and go to Uncle Ben's grave. That one is different. I was like, what? This game, they really care about the details. Shout out Insomniac for like really putting in the effort, like a whole trophy. Like you can, like it's hidden, so like you won't know, you can figure it out on your own, but you can like show it, you can unhide it, if you will. And it tells you like go visit Uncle Ben's grave. And when you go to the gravesite, like you have a scanner so you can find it. It's not that hard. But yeah, I love that. And I saved that to the end, and I found it, and he was just like, "Hey Uncle Ben, I miss you" type stuff. And I was just like, "Aw, that's a great way to platinum Spider-Man. Cheers to Spider-Man, Insomniac, Uncle Ben." I think that's my first platinum ever. And the reason I'm doing this or even care about it is because my roommate Penny is he claims he's not, or he wasn't before, but now he is a trophy hunter. He wants to platinum like every game known to man. He's a huge gamer. He beat God of War like the week it came out or something. Like it's crazy. He plays the Dragon Ball Z game, the open world one, Kakarot, what have you. He beat that in less than a week, I believe. Platinumed it in less than a week. The guy is insane. He's a gamer for real. And you think, oh, he's probably just up all night. No, you watch him play. He does not get touched by the enemy. He will solo any video game. It's insane. He's that good. Do not come against him on, what's that one? Not Call of Duty. He hates that one. He calls it Caca Duty. Not Modern Warfare either. The other one, the futuristic one. Not Fortnite. No. The not Apex. What is it? Why is it like Overwatch? He had me download it. I haven't played it, and I still can't remember it. Overwatch. He's really good at that game. He kills everybody. I will eventually have an episode with Penny. It's only a matter of time. He is my roommate. I will interview him. He's a very talented guy. He's got a lot to talk about for sure. For sure. But yeah. That's my episode. Thanks for coming. Shout out Michael Jordan, the GOAT, along with Luffy, Zoro, and Soul King. Luffy again. Yeah. Pikachu. Pikachu's the GOAT. I think, forget about Ash. Pikachu's the GOAT. Debate me. Alright. I got time. the internet. You can pause it. I'm giving you a couple different poses so you can pause and debate me in whatever pose you want. Oh, stop, no. That's not a bad point. You got an idea there, bud. You sound like an idiot. No way. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you stayed this long, I love you. You're amazing. Subscribe, uh, like, leave a comment, whatever. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. It is what it is. I love feedback in general. Thank you. It's all love. Salam.